Good evening. A standoff continues in Welland tonight after a police officer was shot this morning. The shooter still believed to be inside the former church that officers were responding to.
Police say this started with a bylaw call. They were only sent to assist bylaw officers, and that's when shots rang out. CTV's Janice Golding is live in Welland tonight and has been following this developing situation. Janice, what is the latest?
Hi, Michelle. I can tell you that an officer was shot in the chest. We are told she suffered minor injuries and has now been treated and released from hospital. We are told that she was wearing body armor, which is what protected her. However, I can tell you that shelter in place remains in effect here in Welland, an area, large area blocked off by police tape and police officers, emergency task force officers here from Niagara region, as well as police officers from Hamilton and Halton as they try to coax a man outside of his residence. Now, we are told that people are asked to stay inside their homes and to lock their doors, and they don't want anyone else coming to the area for their own safety. Now, we are told that this happened at around 8 o'clock this morning. A man was in his home. Bylaw officers attended, saying that they wanted to tear down a very large fence. They called it an enormous fence that was blocking traffic sight lines. They called police to keep the peace, and at that point, we are told that the man opened fire, striking an officer in her chest. She has been released, as we mentioned, but police are still very active on the scene, and they are trying to negotiate with the man to have him surrender peacefully. We'll have more on this story in a little bit, but that's it from us now here in Welland. Michelle and Nathan.
Thank you, Janice. A Toronto man is facing multiple RCMP charges, accused of terrorism-related offenses and dozens of other crimes in the GTA.
Police allege his targets were women and members of the Jewish community. CTV's Jeremy Sharon has the details.
The RCMP and Toronto Police announced these charges today, from kidnappings to hostage takings and terrorism charges linked to the Islamic State. 27-year-old Toronto resident Walid Khan was taken into custody by the RCMP on November 26th. Khan is facing 7 terrorism-related offenses in connection with an RCMP investigation, including allegations that he conspired to commit murder for the benefit of, at the direction of, or in association with a terrorist group. He's also one of 3 people charged in connection with a Toronto police investigation dubbed Project Neapolitan, launched last spring after 2 violent incidents in the GTA. Khan, along with 18-year-old Osman Azizov and 19-year-old Fahad Sadat, are facing in that investigation a combined 79 charges, including kidnapping, attempted kidnapping with firearms, conspiracy to commit sexual assault, and hostage takings. Police say some of the offenses were informed in part by hate-motivated extremism and targeted women and members of the Jewish community.
It's an absolute matter of urgency for our governments at all levels to work with law enforcement to take the steps necessary today to prevent not just the crimes that were announced earlier this morning, but to get at the root cause of this heinous violence.
Meanwhile, earlier this week, the Canadian Security Intelligence Service said it sees no indication of a specific threat in Canada following a mass shooting at a Hanukkah celebration in Australia. But CSIS did warn of the realistic possibility of an extremist attack on the Jewish community here in Canada. Jeremy Sherrill, CTV News, Ottawa.
Also tonight, Ontario's Integrity Commissioner putting the Skills Development Fund and the Labour Minister under the microscope. Opposition parties react and what the Premier has to say about it.
But first, let's take a live look outside as we turn our attention to the forecast. And there is a special weather statement in effect as temperatures have dropped and gusty winds continue as we head into the last weekend before Christmas. Lots of places to go and people to see. And this is prime time gift buying time, and our Toy Mountain campaign culminates tonight.
Lindsay Morrison is at a secret location for our Toy Mountain finale. Lindsay.
We have made it to the finale, Nathan and Michelle. This has been a very special campaign. This is a very special day as we celebrate 30 years of CTV and the Salvation Army building a toy mountain. And we are celebrating in a big way here tonight. Check out this secret location filled with toys, overflowing with toys, and great feelings from amazing donors, from Access Storage to the Toronto area Ford dealers. Best Buy is here tonight, and we of course have our dear friends from the Salvation Army. I want to introduce you to John Murray.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here tonight. This is very special that you in particular are joining us this evening.
Absolutely, Lindsay. It's a joy to be here celebrating 30 years with CTV. You know, communities are stronger when we work together. All of our partners here tonight, but the Salvation Army couldn't do it without CTV. We're grateful to you, to all of your colleagues who have made really this campaign so important and a part of a Christmas tradition all over Ontario.
It really is, and I know that we've met so many viewers, we've met so many people out in the field coming and making a donation saying that this too has become part of their tradition. Gina Haggett, you've been wonderful this whole campaign. Thanks for being here tonight. We've made it to the finale.
Yes, this is the final party, everyone. We're here building a toy mountain. Thank you to all viewers for tuning in.
One quick look at the weather here, because yes, that is part of our story tonight. And you know, it's been a chilly day, so we're happy to be here inside. It's also snowing out there in many areas too. Gusty winds contributing to some lake effect snow today. And we still are under a special weather statement. There are snow squall alerts in place and wind warnings too. Temperatures, yeah, they've really cooled down out there, thanks in part to these winds that are gusting close to 60 kilometers per hour and have been even stronger than that today. Right now it is -4 degrees. It feels much colder than that, though, if you're venturing outside. Here's what you can expect overnight tonight. We're going to stay nice and warm inside here with a full look at your forecast coming up. But it would not be a party without our colleague Andrea Case, so I'm going to send it over to her. Andrea.
Lindsay, you're looking fantastic tonight, as is everybody else here. So I'm here tonight. I've got the honor, the joy of giving away, or helping to give away, a brand new Ford Bronco Big Ben. So we're going to have folks move out of the way so we can see this vehicle. And I'm going to run over here because right now I'm going to introduce you to the people who potentially are going to win this. We're going to talk to the Ford people in just a moment. But first of all, your name is?
Gwen.
Gwen, where did you donate a toy?
Aaron Woodford.
Congratulations. And your name is?
Kathy.
Kathy, where did you donate a toy?
At Mayfield Ford.
And your name is?
I'm Dave.
Dave? I'm going to ask you the same question. Where did you donate a toy?
Aaronwood.
Aaronwood. We have two Aaronwood. Oh, very good. And your name is?
Rita.
Rita, how are you?
I'm excellent.
Rita, where did you donate it to?
Pine Tree, Lincoln.
Oh, my father-in-law used to work there. And your name is?
It's Thomas.
Okay, so Thomas, here you are. You donated a toy whereabouts?
Aaronwood Ford.
Okay, so Aaronwood Ford seems like it's a little bit stacked, but that's okay. It's all random. And so what's going to be happening, this is the vehicle here. You can buy it yourself at a Toronto area Ford dealer. It is the 2026 Ford Bronco Big Ben. We're going to talk to the folks from Ford in just a moment. They're going to tell us a little bit more about why they continue to donate. But by the end of this evening, we will be giving away this vehicle, one of these lucky 5 people. Who's feeling lucky tonight? Pretty quiet. Who's feeling lucky tonight? Okay, so we'll get them more excited. So that's it right now. Lindsay, I'm going to send it back to you, and you can send it back to the studio.
Absolutely, Andrea. And I do want to remind everyone watching at home how they can donate to Toy Mountain. You can text to donate. You can visit toymountain.ca. We've got lots more to come live as we continue to build a toy. Much more ahead. Nathan and Michelle, I'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Lindsay. We'll call it the $2.5 billion question. What went wrong with Ontario's troubled Skills Development Fund?
As John Woodward reports, opposition parties are hoping the new investigation by an ethics watchdog will shed some light on the fund and the minister that oversees it.
That deep dive is coming.
A deep dive, says Ontario Liberal MPP Stephanie Smythe, into Labour Minister David Piccini and his oversight of the province's controversial $2.5 billion jobs training fund.
If I were the minister right now, I'd be a little concerned.
Concerned as the province's Integrity Commissioner, Catherine Motherwell, took up Smythe's complaint about Piccini and another complaint by the NDP to see whether Piccini contravened sections of the Act and Ontario parliamentary conventions in selecting applicants to rounds 4 and 5 of the Skills Development Fund. This isn't the first time a legislature watchdog has taken a look at the Skills Development Fund. In October, the Auditor General found that the administration of almost $750 million was done in a way that was not transparent, fair, or accountable. The web of apparently connected lobbyists and companies getting millions in grants so tangled, the Ontario Liberals put it on a whiteboard.
Everywhere I go, people are saying to me, this smells fishy.
Piccini today posting a photo of himself with a grant recipient as the Premier was asked about the development at a news conference in Buffalo.
Well, I know he'll cooperate with the Integrity Commissioner. We've invested $2.5 billion. We've trained over 750,000 people.
One of those companies, Keel Digital Solutions, already under investigation by the OPP for a contract with another ministry. Piccini was photographed at rinkside seats with one company director and attended a Paris wedding with a company lobbyist. Keel has said it's just being scapegoated, but with so many connections to the halls of power, one watchdog says the OPP should refer its probe to the RCMP.
I think there's a systemic conflict of interest.
The OPP told CTV News at this stage in the investigation, no potential perceived conflict of interest has been identified. If such a conflict is identified during the course of the investigation, the OPP will take appropriate steps to determine whether the matter should be referred to another investigating agency.
We don't know how long this will take, but we do know that one way or other, the truth will come out.
The opposition settling down for a long haul. When the last Integrity Commissioner looked into a previous scandal around the Greenbelt, that report took about 8 months. 2 ministers and 4 staff members resigned. The RCMP probe there is still ongoing. John Woodward, CTV News.
In Peel Region, police have made an arrest in a kidnapping and assault investigation from last year. Surveillance video from Mississauga shows a 24-year-old man being forced into a pickup truck by multiple suspects. This happened near Wynwood Drive in Buckle Post Crescent on November 27th of last year. Police say the victim was held for several hours, continually assaulted and threatened for money. 24-year-old Mohammed Rayyan Dassout has been charged and has been facing charges that include kidnapping, forcible confinement, assault, and robbery.
A really key element to this investigation that helped our detective, though, was that they stole the victim's phone in that occurrence. And while it may have or may not have been wiped, it turned up later in another investigation with another police service. And that was a big clue that helped our detective start writing warrants and piecing some things together, ultimately identifying Dassout almost a year later.
Peel police are still searching for 3 suspects and are encouraging anybody with information to contact them or Crime Stoppers.
A group of teens is facing charges after a car crashed into a Scarborough cemetery early this morning. This happened just after midnight near Kingston and Brimley Roads. Officers say a vehicle struck a fence and flipped over onto the cemetery property. They later determined the vehicle was stolen and charged 5 17-year-olds, 3 boys and 2 girls, with offenses including possession of property obtained by crime. All 5 were also taken to hospital with various injuries, with one girl sustaining serious injuries. This investigation is ongoing. Also this morning, a pedestrian was seriously hurt after she was hit by a TTC bus in Etobicoke. It happened just before 6 near Evans Avenue in the East Mall. Paramedics say the woman's injuries are considered non-life-threatening, and the TTC says their thoughts are with the victim and the bus driver, and they will support police as they investigate this crash.
Premier Doug Ford was in Buffalo today to sign a memorandum of understanding on energy with the governor of New York. As part of the agreement, Ontario's global nuclear leadership will be used to advance the development and deployment of nuclear technologies. That includes large-scale reactors and small modular reactors. Premier Ford and Governor Kathy Hochul spoke about the benefits of the agreement and standing united in the face of the ongoing trade war.
As part of our deal, Ontario Power Generation and New York Power Authority will work together on developing an implementation of advanced nuclear technology. I always say it's safe, number one, it's clean, it's green, it's reliable, and it's cost affordable for especially the ratepayers here and over in Ontario as well.
Under the agreement, Ontario and New York State will also explore opportunities to expand trade and identify opportunities for joint projects to create jobs in both regions.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister has confirmed Canada will begin formal talks with the U.S. in January on reviewing the current free trade agreement. Internal Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc will lead Canada's delegation in Washington. The Americans insist a lot will depend on resolving concerns about Canadian policies on dairy products, alcohol, and digital services. Mark Carney says certain trade irritants mentioned by the U.S. are elements of a much bigger discussion about continental trade.
Canada has officially handed over the hosting duties of the G7. Mark Carney spoke with the French president by phone today. Emmanuel Macron congratulated the Prime Minister on Canada's successful presidency this year. And the two leaders discussed future opportunities and challenges for France's G7 in 2026. They also committed to advanced cooperation on critical minerals, artificial intelligence, and energy.
Coming up on CTV News, a holiday message of hope. A Pickering woman is on a mission to encourage others to give the gift of blood and honor the memory of her brother.
Well, tonight is a celebration of building a toy mountain, but it's also a celebration of our wonderful friends and very special donors. And we want to recognize Access Storage, longtime partners. Jan, this has been another great season for us.
Another great season indeed. This year we managed to collect approximately 5,000 toys, and we're expecting a little more up until the 24th. So if you're still looking to drop off a new unwrapped toy, any one of our locations will accept up until the 24th and make sure that we get it to the Salvation Army.
Thank you to Access Storage for being an accessible place for people to donate a new unwrapped toy. And we know that you made many contributions to Toy Mountain yourselves. So many fun friends here. I've got Matthew, I've got Amelia. Would you guys like to say Merry Christmas to the viewers at home?
Merry Christmas!
Oh, that's perfect. Andrea, I'm going to send it over to you because we want to see who's going to take home that Ford Bronco Big Bend. It's almost time. It's almost time. Over to you.
Thanks, Lindsay. Yes. Okay, so right now we're going to talk to the folks from Toronto area Ford dealers. We have
David Nurse, Mark Richardson,
and Darcy Chisholmore.
We want to say a big hello and thank you to Darcy because Darcy is retiring in just a matter of days. Darcy, how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel really good. This has been a great year again for Toy Mountain and our dealers, and I'll be watching in the future.
That means Ford will have to continue to donate a brand new vehicle. This is a 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Okay, and so how's this going to work, gentlemen?
So, Andrea, what we're going to do is we have the 5 contestants' names in a bag. We're going to pull it out. If we pull your name out, you won't win the Bronco.
You won?
You won't win the Bronco. You'll win $1,000 for donating a toy. The person that's in the bag at the end of the draw, we do not draw your name, means you win the Bronco.
Okay, folks, are you ready? Let's do it. Shake that bag. Okay, the box has it. Okay, and the name.
Unfortunately, somebody by the name of Dave Ross has $1,000 tonight.
Yay, Dave! Dave, how are you feeling?
Great.
Well, thank you for donating to Toy Mountain. We want to thank all the folks at the Toronto area Ford dealers who've donated this vehicle. Stay tuned. We've got 4 more people who could walk away with this vehicle. Let the band take it away as we go. Round of applause, everybody.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
A W5 investigation found Canadians are being aggressively targeted by fake AI-generated videos to invest in cryptocurrency scams.
As CTV's Pat Foran tells us, by the time some investors realize it's a scam, they have lost their entire life savings.
How did you feel when they said you're going to have to sell your house to get your money back?
Heartbroken. I was broken into pieces.
A woman we'll call Denise of Markham, Ontario, asked us not to reveal her identity as she is devastated and embarrassed to have lost her life savings in a cryptocurrency scam. In July of 2023, she was on Facebook when she saw a story featuring billionaire Elon Musk saying she could get rich fast.
Millions of users were able to close all their debts in the first week on the platform.
It said that you just have to invest $250 and you get on his platform and you're going to make money daily.
Denise sent $250 to what she thought was Musk's platform. 2 days later, she received what she was told was $30 US in profit. Convinced it wasn't a scam, she was told if she invested more, she would make more.
And they keep calling me and tell me that people are making so much money and that if you put more, and I said, okay.
Denise decided to go all in and took out a second mortgage on her home.
I applied for almost $1 million on the equity in my home. I took it out and I started sending it to them, right? Like $350,000, $350,000.
After investing $1.2 million, she thought it had grown to over $3 million, but when she tried to take money out, she was told she needed to pay taxes and fees. She borrowed another $500,000 from family and friends and maxed out credit cards. In the end, she was scammed out of $1.7 million.
I don't have no retirement saving. Everything is gone.
There are fake AI-generated cryptocurrency videos featuring former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
We have developed an investment platform.
And current Prime Minister Mark Carney.
Make your initial deposit. You could invest in it for as little as $250.
Donald Hanrahan of Charlottetown PEI was online when he saw a story about investing in cryptocurrencies promoted by Dragon's Den. The show currently has a warning online saying it was targeted by a number of fake advertisements on Facebook. Hanrahan started investing with small amounts, but eventually put in everything he had.
I was giving at one point about 10,000 Canadian per day, okay? And it eventually, it added up to $600,000.
When Hanrahan tried to remove his funds, he couldn't and realized he'd been scammed out of the entire amount.
I was, scammed by professional people. That doesn't give you much consolation when you've lost all that money.
According to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, Canadians lost $1.2 billion to investment scams over the past 3 years. That's only what's been reported, so it's expected it's much higher. Most involve cryptocurrencies and fake AI-generated videos.
It's really hard to know what's real now because this technology is so sophisticated now that it's really nearly impossible to know what is real and what is fake in some cases.
Is it going to get better? Is it going to get worse?
Oh, it's going to get worse.
Tomorrow, we speak with a crypto investigator who says many of the scams targeting Canadians are coming from Southeast Asia, and there is a shocking reason why the scammers may have no choice but to break the law. Pat Foran, CTV News, Toronto. Tonight.
It's eerie to be in rooms that I know were responsible for stealing billions of dollars.
Inside the mind of a scammer using AI as the tool of choice.
They've been sold a dream, and they want that dream.
The shocking reasons why some con artists say they're forced to target and defraud Canadians. W5 investigates tonight on CTV National News and ctvnews.ca.
So many generous donors, so many toys, and it's all come down to this.
Tonight, we top that toy mountain and give away a sweet ride, Lindsay.
I mean, does it get any better than that, Michelle and Nathan? It's fabulous out here. I am in amongst the toy mountain right now. So many wonderful gifts that are going to make so many GTA families happy this holiday season. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our viewers who have been helping us build a toy mountain. Yeah, we've got good energy here too. I want to introduce you to Best Buy. Let's hear it for them. You are one of our wonderful partners and one of the locations that we visited. Lucci, thank you so much for being a part of Toy Mountain.
Thank you. We are super excited to be back at Toy Mountain. It's our 19th year. We had 41 stores across Ontario, including our distribution centers, collecting toys for the Toy Mountain campaign. Our community and giving has always centered around kids and technology, but we know the holidays, it's all about the toys. So we thank you for the ongoing partnership. It's been an amazing 19 years of putting smiles on kids' faces, and we look forward to more years to come.
Let's hear it for them. And I also want to acknowledge Natalie Johnson, who filled in for me the night we were at Best Buy. So thank you, Natalie, for being a part of Toy Mountain, too.
Oh, Lindsay, you could not ask for a more beautiful way to celebrate the spirit of the season. And when you think about all of the kids all over the GTA who will be opening up these gifts on Christmas morning, that really is the true meaning of the holidays.
It really is. Thank you, Natalie. And part of the reason that kids will be able to open these gifts on Christmas morning is because of people like Rory, who works in the distribution center. Tell us a little bit about this year, the need, and the difference that your team is making.
Yeah, it's been an amazing year this year. I'm so honored to represent our team here from the Ontario Toy Distribution Center. Our team and my staff, along with 1,500 volunteers, come in, sort toys, distribute them all, and we really realize that toys, they don't just mean toys. They bring joy and hope to every child that gets to receive them this Christmas season. So we're just super blessed to be part of this.
Inspiring. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being here tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the weather as well. It's a big weekend for so many people who are going to be venturing out to holiday parties and getting ready to celebrate Christmas. Let's begin first with a look at the active weather that's been impacting so many of us today. We have had, snow squall alerts in place. We have a widespread special weather statement that remains in effect for the GTA. This is warning of these gusty winds and the rapidly falling temperatures we've been experiencing as well. Snow in many areas today, lake effect snow and snow squalls, very windy out there, reducing visibility. We're going to see this snow taper off. It's going to ease. Next system, though, moves in for tomorrow. This is mainly a snowmaker for northern Ontario, but we could see a quick dusting blow through into Saturday night. So if you're venturing out, if you have evening plans, just be mindful of that right there. Shouldn't amount to a whole lot, but might be just enough to impact your journey wherever you're headed. And then we have lake effect flurries again for Sunday. It's going to be a slightly cooler day on Sunday. Measurable snow, much more likely for, again, the traditional snow belt areas and communities outside of the GTA. We're just going to watch for a centimeter or two here locally. Temperature-wise, we have cooled down compared to this morning. It is -4 degrees right now. It feels, though, into the minus teens. Bundle up before you head outside. Overnight tonight, holding steady at about -5, wind chill -11. Tomorrow's high is expected to be around 3 degrees. The weekend forecast brings a little bit of cooler air into the day on Sunday. And if we can, we're going to get to your 7-day forecast, because guess what's in view? Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and right now conditions are looking pretty good. Travel shouldn't be too tricky, but check out Thursday. That's Christmas Day. We're forecasting right now a daytime high of 8 degrees with a few showers. So, Andrea, anyone dreaming of a white Christmas might need to keep dreaming, but we're dreaming of giving someone a Ford Bronco Big Ben tonight.
We certainly are. And now's the time we have to say goodbye to yet another one of our contestants. Let's head on over to the man with the gold in the hand. So you're going to break a heart here, aren't you?
Hopefully not. Everyone's a winner who's here tonight.
You're going to win $1,000, so that's nothing to sniff about. Okay, he's taking the elastic band off. He's opening the lid, and inside is a name. That name is?
Gwen Nightingale.
Gwen Nightingale. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you for donating, and spend that money wisely. Perhaps invest it, and one day you'll be able to buy a vehicle if you invest it really well. Okay, so now we have 3 people left. Real quick before we send it over, why does Ford continue to donate a vehicle?
Your Toronto area dealers are a part of the community, and we'd like to help those that are less fortunate year in after year, and this is our 16th year of doing this.
And we spent a lot of time together running around, going to the schools. And what message do you have for the folks at home?
Thank you very much for your contributions. It goes to support great community in the GTA and those kids who are going to open a gift on Christmas Day and enjoy Christmas.
Also, a lot of people donated gift cards, which is extremely important because a lot of kids today, they want gift cards. Darcy, you were at the stores, you've been at the schools, you have been everywhere with us. As you look to retirement, Darcy, what do you wish for the folks at home?
Well, I just wish that everyone at home has a Merry Christmas, and this is only a short period of time where people make donations. You can make donations year-round. And for those that are able, I would ask you to consider making a donation, if not to Toy Mountain this year, for next year, or for other charities that the Salvation Army are supporting, because they work 365 days a year, and your support is very important.
Extremely important, because a round of applause for Darcy. A lot of people send donations through the mail. Obviously, sometimes, depending on what's happening with the mail service, you can drop it off at a store, you can drop it off to the Salvation Army, and they're also accepting your card when you see them at the mall. When they're ringing those bells, you can just tap now, so you can do that when you're at the mall. So that is it for now. We've got some videos. Some people who can't be here tonight have sent videos. Thanks. So let's roll the tape.
What's going on, Toronto? We're Loud Luxury. We just want to wish a massive congratulations to CTV and the Salvation Army on a 30th anniversary for their toy drive.
30 years, hard to believe. Congrats again, and thank you, CTV and Salvation Army, for providing Christmas cheer. Merry Christmas, everyone. We'll see you very soon.
A Pickering woman is turning a tragic loss into hope for others as she urges Canadians to remember to give blood over the holidays.
Health reporter Pauline Chan has the story.
Mahogany Brown says her older brother Cammy was healthy and athletic growing up until cancer took his life at the age of 31.
We actually just found out yesterday that his cancer was a very rare occurrence. It was one of those 1 in a million things that just happened. So yeah, this was very unexpected for us the last few years, so kind of threw a big curveball at all of our lives.
Cammy suffered a snowboarding accident back in 2022.
Ended up breaking his wrist, and then later he took off the cast and just had a growth.
It was cancer, rhabdomyosarcoma. Then last November, just 2 weeks after his wedding, they found the cancer had spread to his heart and his lungs. He died this past March. Mahogany recalls how blood products were vital in his various treatments.
I knew someone else's blood donation was able to give us a little bit more time with him, so I'm just hoping that I'm able to do the same for somebody else.
She managed to give blood for the first time last July and then again on her birthday last month. Today she brought in another first-time blood donor, Cammy's wife, Shannon.
Mahogany said she was coming here yesterday, she told me, and asked if I wanted to come join, and I decided to donate. Perfect, thank you.
And how does it feel knowing you've made your first blood donation?
I feel really good. I'm hopeful that this can help somebody.
Canadian Blood Services says this is a particularly difficult time to get enough donors.
Well, you see so much support, which we're so grateful for really in those first 3 weeks of December, but looking at the week before Christmas and the week after Christmas, there's really truly such a need.
Andrew McCartney says they particularly need fresh platelets.
So no matter how much blood has been collected in the last several weeks, if we don't have donors that are coming in the next 2 weeks, then those platelets that are collected through blood donations will expire.
Blood donor clinics will be open every day except Christmas. Shannon Stewart says the experience left her feeling great.
Excitement, and I want to come back every 3 months and keep doing it.
And the Brown family plans to be back very soon with a group donation plan for the new year. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
We are having a wonderful night here building a toy
mountain.
And Aaron Madar here has been a longtime supporter. You may recognize him from our live on locations in Markham. Thank you for being such a great community ambassador for us and for your community where you live.
Well, so you know what, like being in Markham now, but even before that, over 10 years ago, I was already giving back to Toy Mountain. And I still remember in 2017, that was the first time we kind of got the carousel going, downtown Markham. And it was really great. And it's definitely a great spot. And, love seeing you folks coming back every year and doing a great job, and we love giving back.
We love your spirit. Thank you for being here tonight to celebrate with us. She doesn't know I'm going to do this, but I want to bring in our producer, Farah, for a moment. Come on over, Farah. This is not an easy thing to produce, and Farah does an amazing job for us. Thank you, Farah. Surprise. Why don't you throw it over to Andrea?
You know what? Yep, let's throw it over to Andrea and see who wins the next $1,000.
Woo! That's it. Thanks, Farah. And yeah, great job, great job. Before we get to that, this is the woman behind the man here. You're always standing here. You're always supporting. Tell us your favorite Christmas memory.
Oh, my favorite Christmas memory was coming down the stairs on Christmas morning and a toboggan being under the tree. And it was just the best, and I always remember it.
Okay, well, we don't have a toboggan to give away today. We have a 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Okay, Darcy, you're going to put your hand in? You're going to do it? Okay. Okay, same brown box. We do have 5 boxes, everybody. It's not like we keep using the same box. And the name is?
$1,000 winner is Rita McCara.
Rita, congratulations. Rita, how are you feeling?
Terrific, terrific.
Now, Rita just bought a car, so Rita, it's not like a big loss for you.
No, it is not.
And Rita, what are you gonna do with the $1,000?
Donate some and decide on the rest.
Okay, well, thank you very much. You've already donated to Toy Mountain, so we thank you. Everybody, then there were 2. The next name that we pull out means the other person is the winner. So that is it for now. Let's send it to commercial. But first of all, everybody, thanks for helping us build a Toy Mountain! A Toy Mountain! We'll be back.
Bit of a rebound for big tech today, led by news from Oracle. BNN Bloomberg's Morella Fernandez has more.
Oracle stock moved up close to 7% today
After news, it will be one of several companies buying a stake in TikTok. ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok. Oracle, Silver Lake, and MGX will each take a 15% stake of the U.S. ByteDance operation. The U.S. had demanded some American ownership of the Chinese company because of national security concerns. The deal is expected to close in January. Retail sales in Canada fell 0.2% between September to October to just under $70 billion. Canadians scaled back spending on clothing, food, and drinks. Sales dropped the most in Quebec and Alberta, but increased in New Brunswick, with more vehicle and parts being purchased. BlackBerry shares fell by double digits today after the Canadian company reported earnings on Thursday. Analysts say the company beat revenue expectations, but there are concerns about the growth slowing down. BlackBerry, an early innovator of mobile phones, now focuses on cybersecurity and embedded software. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is down to 72.46. West Texas Intermediate is up to 56.66. Western Canadian Select is up to 42.85. And the TSX gained 314 points today for another record close of 31,755. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marella Fernandez.
The Business Report is brought to you by Canadian Western Bank, the bank built for business.
Today may be the last day of school before the winter break, but students at one Toronto Catholic school are still working hard to help people in need this holiday season.
Students have spent the last month collecting socks and hats for women and children at local shelters. CTV's Carol Charles reports.
So what we'll do is we'll take all the socks and hats and mitts that.
As we inch closer to Christmas Day, many families across the city are preparing for the holidays. But for some, the goal is much simpler, trying to satisfy the basic need for shelter and clothing.
This is kids. Thank you, Naz.
Students here at St. Jerome Catholic School are lending a helping hand by collecting socks and hats for women and children.
I feel very good, and I'm very proud that my school is doing this. The simple gesture of giving could bring joy and hope to them.
Grade 8 student Tyson Yanis has been taking part in this initiative for the past 3 years. In spite of his young age, he can relate to the hardships that families experience.
Sometimes it gets expensive, you can't afford it, and this really helps, right? Even my family, I'm not ashamed of this, but we go to a food bank, right? Because we also need that help. And I feel like many families may also need that too.
The students have taken the lead from their teacher, Maria Talarico. She says it's important for them to be community service helpers, to love volunteering, and go out into the community and help those in need. She is proud of what they have accomplished over the past month. To date, collecting close to 500 pairs of socks and hats.
It sometimes brings tears to my eyes to know that they are so passionate, that there's such a love of giving, there's such a love of generosity and community service, that they do this willingly on their free time, running around, collecting, sorting, making announcements, making posters. They're just so enthusiastic.
We just love giving warmth, as you see with the clothes, and we also love giving warmth to everyone's hearts.
The goods collected over the past 2.5 weeks will be donated to the North York Women and Children's Shelter. Carol Charles, CTV News.
Well, tonight we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Toy Mountain with CTV and the Salvation Army. Lieutenant Colonel John Murray, this is a celebration, isn't it?
It's absolutely amazing. So many people here, so exciting. And as I stand here with you, I've got so many Toy Mountain memories, not only from the studios, but out in the communities, schools, with partners. And we wanted to just take this moment to recognize the Salvation Army. It extends its appreciation to CTV News, to you, to all the broadcast professionals down through the years, for 30 years. This is absolutely extraordinary. This is a partnership that needs to be recognized and celebrated, and we're really, really grateful because we build stronger communities when we work together. And in doing so, you have helped the Salvation Army and all of our partners here over the last 30 years bring smiles and joy, celebration and hope to people right across the GTA and beyond. So for that, thank you very, very much. Merry Christmas and God bless you and all of your viewers. Thank you because you made this happen. happen. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you. Wow, that is absolutely wonderful. We're going to take one more look at your weather heading into the weekend, and of course, a very important week next week. That is the 7-day forecast, and we're going to send things over to Andrea and the Toronto area Ford dealers, where things are getting pretty exciting over there, Andrea.
I'll tell you, it's getting exciting. It's getting very exciting. So much so that we have yet another person joining us. Your name is?
Emma.
Emma, why are you here?
I'm here to support my dad, and I hope we win the Bronco.
Okay, she's only 10. She's got a few years before she can drive, but I'm sure this Bronco will stand up until she's 16 and able to drive. Dad, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling nervous, but also very excited. And this is a wonderful opportunity, and just want to say thank you to Ford and Salvation Army, and everything is great.
Okay, and so it's down to 2 people. Come on in, my love. How are you feeling? You feeling competitive right now?
Yes, I'm feeling really good. I'm nervous, but it's all good for a good cause and good win-win all.
Finally, my chance to say once again, Darcy, if you didn't join us at the beginning of the show, Darcy's been with Toy Mountain for how many years, Darcy?
He's 16 years this year, Andrea.
You were a child when you started. You're retiring. What are your plans, Darcy? Are you going to drive off into the sunset in a Ford?
Well, you know what? I'm going to do a lot of traveling, probably, play a little more golf, perhaps, a little more fishing, but just enjoy ourselves, my wife and Brenda and I, and we'll still be watching Toy Mountain, though. Every year we'll be watching.
Thank you. Anyway, folks, a round of applause for Darcy. And we want to thank you as you help everybody as we build a toy. We'll be back giving away this Ford Bronco after the break.
We are here building a toy mountain, and we wanted to welcome our anchors into the room. Nathan and Michelle, you managed to find the secret location?
It took a minute, but we're here. This is one of our favorite newscasts of the entire year. It's so fun to be with all of you and all these amazing kids.
You know, I just can't wait for this every year so we can be a part of this. We watch it on television. We watch all these generous donors come in with their toys and their financial contributions. We do want to say thank you for it. There is something I want to do because I get to see Lindsay and Andrea do it, but it's my turn. Help us build a toy mountain! That felt good.
And by the way, look who Lindsay is with. She's been all across the GTA, and tonight her very own family, Charlie and Lachlan.
Yeah, these are my boys. Charlie, how old are you, Charlie?
4.
And Lockie, you have a birthday coming up. How old are you going to turn? Two. Yes, in fact, the last time I almost made it to the Toy Mountain finale, but I was 9 months pregnant, and he was born on the day of our Toy Mountain finale 2 years ago. So it's great to have them back. We have been chatting with Natalie Johnson, of course. Thank you for being here tonight.
Oh, Lindsay, you know, we keep talking about the joy that Toy Mountain brings to so many kids across the GTA, and the other thing to remember is the support that it brings to parents. So we're so grateful for that as well.
And of course, Pat Foran, no Toy Mountain finale would be complete without you either. Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you so much, and you've done a wonderful job, and thanks to everyone for just putting on such an excellent Toy Mountain this year. Can I say build a Toy Mountain too? Everybody build a Toy Mountain!
That's so fun. You like saying that too, eh? Say mountain.
Mountain.
Yeah, good job. But you know what? We still have a little bit of business to get to. Somebody is going to win a Ford Bronco Big Ben. Andrea, is it just about that time?
It is about that time, Lindsay. Yes, thank you very much. The kids are great. Yes, Lindsay's children, as cute as a button. I have to tell Lachlan he can't take home those Ninja Turtles. Okay, so, did you sanitize your hand?
Got it ready to go.
Hands ready to go. Put your hand in.
So the person coming out right now wins $1,000. The person left in the sack wins the Bronco.
Left in the sack.
Left in the sack. The person with the $1,000 is Thomas. You're the winner.
How's your driving?
Oh, good.
Are you going to be okay to drive? Let's get you in the car. Sorry, guys. Let's get you in the car here while I talk to you. Once again, tell us your name.
Kathy.
Kathy, where did you donate a toy?
Mayfield.
Mayfield. Where's Mayfield?
Brampton.
Brampton, Patrick Brown country. Okay, so here you go. How does it feel? It feels fine. We don't have the keys because we didn't want to start the car in here. What is the... Oh, bring your husband in. Oh, here's your... What you said? There's your... There you go. Hi there, how are you?
Not bad, thank you. Terry, I'm her husband.
Terry, are you sure?
Yes.
How are you feeling right now?
Very good.
Are you proud of him?
Very.
You're ecstatic? Are you gonna cry?
No.
Oh, really? Why?
Because she was so excited to come over and be with Toy Mountain and be with the people and meet the pros, the professionals, and the CTV people.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a round of applause for our winner. Woo! How are you feeling?
Excited. Very excited.
You're going to be okay to drive. I think you're a little emotional.
I am.
Thank you for donating. Any last words?
I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay, well, I'm getting a little emotional. Sorry you didn't win, but we're very happy that you did. Michelle and Nathan, going to send it back to you, and congratulations. 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Thank you, Ford, Toronto Area Ford dealers, Michelle and Nathan.
Oh, well, guess what? We have to do a toy total, don't we? You've been collecting toys for a month. What's the number?
44,000 toys.
Incredible.
That is certainly a mountain, and Gina, we're so proud of this accomplishment, and we encourage people to keep donating right up until Christmas.
Absolutely. Thank you to all viewers. You also collected $260,000 in cash for the Salvation Army, and we thank you so much.
Fabulous. What do you say? Okay, Pat had a turn, Nathan had a turn, Michelle, it's your turn. You want to do the Toy Mountain cheer?
Okay, everyone, we built a toy
mountain.
Happy holidays,
Thank you so much, everybody. Great job once again. Happy holidays. Remember, the gift giving never stops.
You showed up, Toronto, and the GTA. The need is great, and look at what we've done. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Say bye, everybody.
Bye.